We all know that there are a lot of ladies out there who refuse to date black men. But in this case, this person is actually in the booty clapping industry.
I don't know if like now as a grown-up I could find a black man attractive, but I'm not like sexually attracted to him.
Ever or just rarely?
Ever.
Which is sad because she's actually my type. Y'all know I like them dark skinned and thick, but she don't really want to deal with your boy. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. She's not gonna give me those cheeks. God, no! Guys, she is gonna give Adam 22 the cheeks. Literally. On camera. But before she does that, I want to review this particular interview. I'll link it in my description. Let's get into it. This is from the Plug Talk podcast. Chrissy breaks down why she isn't attracted to black men.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go all the way back. You're from upstate New York?
Yeah, small town.
What's it called again?
Albion?
Albion.
Albion. Yes.
So not Albany.
No.
Albion.
Albion.
And that's right near Rochester, you said?
It's like an hour away from Rochester, but the biggest city, it's like between Rochester and Buffalo.
Okay.
So super small town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was life like growing up out there?
I always felt like I was like an outsider, like, you know, like my mind runs super fast and I feel like other people didn't really understand me. But I started like dancing out there and I was from from the small town, you get a lot of white people.
Okay.
And my thing is I was never like bullied by...
So you started booty clapping it up in your own small town. Okay.
By white people, I was always bullied by black people.
About what?
So just being dark skinned, like they would make jokes about me. So that comes into the story of like, oh, why do you like white men?
Okay.
It's like from a small town. My mom's like from South Carolina or whatever. We moved there when I was 3. But from a small town, I was surrounded by white people. And you would think, oh, the white people would like bully you. But instead, it was like the black people that bullied me.
What was the racial breakdown like where you were growing up? Was it like 50-50 or
No,
something?
I would say there's probably like 10% of like black people,
Oh,
and then the
okay.
rest is white people.
But so you felt like they would pick on you for just like not being like, for being too dark or like too like
dark skin.
Yeah, that's just like still
Like
a thing.
growing up, yeah. So growing up, I was bullied by more black people than I was white people. So when I realized it was like a difference was when I started dancing. I started dancing in Rochester, and like black guys were attracted to me.
You started dancing at what age?
19.
Okay.
Maybe.
So first of all, what made you become a booty clapper at 19? Was that also black men's fault? And let me just say this, you know, I like them dark, but again, you know, like I said, she don't want me, so it's not gonna happen. But a lot of us get bullied in the black community by black. It's how it is. A damaged people just damage each other. I've got called everything from an African booty scratcher, your nose is too big, you like a turned off television. I mean, you know, hey, but dudes can kind of deal with it. I understand that women are very sensitive to those kind of comments, and I get it. But still, that shouldn't make you want to stop dealing with your people, because listen, I got called everything in the book by black women. I'm talking about in the 90s, it was tough. In the 80s, it was tough. I think some girl told me I like the inside of a funeral casket. I was getting rejected a lot. But you know what? That didn't make me hate black women. I want to just deal with white women. For some people it might, but that's corny. Like, these are the people that invented all of these things and stereotypes anyway about blacks.
But black guys were attracted to me because I was in the inner city. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Whereas when I was growing up, it was white men that were like attracted to me, and the black boys didn't like me. When I went to the inner city and started dancing, black guys started taking like, you know, and I'm like, you like me? You like the dark skinned girl? You know, like,
yeah, because you're booty clapping it up. You're not a bad looking lady. I like you too. Too bad, you know, you're for Zaddy. But of course, like, that's what it is. Like, when you get older, people make fun of you when you're young and you're skinny, you don't have anything. When you get older and you start to fill out, same thing for some of the black men, you get taller, you get a little muscular, chicks start feeling you. It's just what happens.
Supposed to bully me in your brain.
yeah,
That
exactly.
was your...
And I'm like, oh, you like this? But it's, you know, they're like, oh, you like white men because it's self-hate. But I feel like it comes from a time where I genuinely like 2 boys, Dez and Manny, were my crushes. They were black boys. They were not attracted to me. I loved them, liked them, whatever. They were attracted to the white girls. So like, I don't know if like now as a grown up, I could find a black man attractive, but I'm not like sexually attracted to him.
Ever or just rarely?
Ever.
It just like informed your
I could
preferences.
say you're really cute. You know, you're handsome, whatever, but like I can't bring myself to be sexually attracted to you.
Wait, okay. Most attractive black man we can think of.
Michael B.
Idris
Jordan.
Elba.
Okay, guys, so as you've heard, I have no chance of clapping these cheeks. And I was trying to take her over to the Clap State University Library, but as you can see, I have no absolute chance. The best I can do is be her friend or get put in the friend zone. But again, she's not sexually attracted to these black dudes at all. Let's find out more.
Okay. I went older. She went Michael B.
I
Jordan.
don't think he's that hot. I don't think he's
Michael
that
B.
hot either.
What?
No.
Really?
No. NBA Youngboy? Maybe. Rod Wave? Maybe.
So you let NBA Youngboy with like 13 kids clap your cheeks, right? It makes sense now, trust me.
Okay, but now you're going with dudes who are like less traditionally attractive but have more of a gangster slash famous rapper persona.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think he's that attractive to me as a black man, or the man that you said, I don't find him attractive.
Okay.
So it's like maybe like a soulful thing, you know?
Well, I'm just wondering, like, to what extent do you consider this just your preference versus you've been kind of like traumatized by your experience as a kid getting pushed around by black dudes? Or ignored, I guess.
I don't know, because I know of a guy that's black and he's super attractive, but like I'm not sexually attracted to him.
Really?
Does that make sense?
Sure. What, so throughout your life, what kind of guys have you typically dated? Just straight up white dudes or Hispanic? Anything?
I've only been with white guys.
Okay. And that's working out pretty well for you, or what?
Yeah. But they're like white, but they have like a little bit of like, you know, like they're not like straight white guys, you know? They're like...
You like white pookies. Okay, so first of all, it's worked it out very good for you. You're booty clapping it up. So let me just kind of go back over this. You don't like black men, fine. And we have that, and it goes both ways. You got some of the brothers out there, we don't like black women, right? Then you're over there with, you know, with the white girls over there. You still don't get no really good ones and all that, but it's okay, it's fine, right? How is it working out for you? You're still booty clapping it up on OnlyFans. So you mean to tell me that, you know, a lot of the white guys who are eligible, looking for a true queen to marry, is really checking for you like that? I don't think so, because you're here about to give up some cheeks to a guy and his wife on an interview admitting that you want to get clapped up. So, I mean, I don't understand how any dude really could take you that serious. And plus, you like white guys like Paul Wall because you're into pookies, white pookies.
I'm like, you know, they're like into the... They're like... What do you call it? Like
Colonizers.
Yeah.
Culture vultures.
Culture vultures.
There you go.
That's
Okay, yeah.
They're kind of like that.
Like Adam 22 is a culture vulture, but you're about to let him just crash into those cheeks.
So you like a white guy with some swag.
Yeah.
What about like a Jack Harlow?
I was gonna say, are you a Jack Harlow
Jack
fan?
Harlow's hot. I like him.
Jack Harlow's with the shits. He's with the rap game, but he's also
Right.
got a clean cut image.
Right,
Good looking
yeah.
white dude, knows about the rap game, but a little bit of a different
Cultured little
vibe.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would date it like a straight white guy too, you know, but my type is like a cultured Jack Harlow.
Yeah. What about a 45-year-old white guy in a suit? He's a lawyer.
Yes.
He's never heard a young boy.
I definitely would.
You'd be
yes.
into that.
Yes, for sure.
Do you think
Yeah.
that you could find common ground, or do you need him to be a little bit BET adjacent?
No, I'd rather him be like more of a square because I'm trauma. Like I have a lot of trauma. So like someone like that would be more understanding versus trading like, oh, ego. Like I have a lot of ego, right? So
How do you have ego when you don't have that much to offer? First of all, you just said you have a lot of trauma. So here's what, you know, a lot of these ladies, not just her, you think you're gonna get a person that went to medical school, law school. I went to medical school. I know the kind of guys that go to medical school. And I graduated, by the way. Give me a round of applause. The guys that go to medical school that study in a very fastidious, in a tumultuous setting, and they bust their ass and take out school loans, do not want to, on average, deal with somebody traumatic that has problems like this person. It's typically not, maybe on the side, they might clap them up. Booty clapping sounds, but you don't really bring anything to the table for them to talk about. That's why you said BET adjacent. You need a pookie, because what are you and him gonna really talk about when you guys have completely different lives? And there's nothing really you can do for a person like that when you are traumatic and you have an ego. An ego for what? What did you do? You booty clapped it up. So I don't understand how people who are in the booty clap industry can have an ego But you want some guy to put down his ego that went to professional school to yield it to somebody who went to Clap State University. I just don't get it. And majored in cheekology. Stop.
So I don't need a man with ego. And for me, it's like a lot of black men, they have a lot of ego. You know what I mean?
So you want somebody to be submissive to somebody that's a weaver and a sandler?
And I understand that. I get it. But I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to heal as a woman, you know? So I don't want someone that's like ego.
But do you feel like
black man, suck my dick. Like, no, like, I want to do it, but I don't want you to tell me to do it.
You want somebody you can run over. And I'm glad, and let me just say this. The more we're getting into this, I think a lot of black men are glad that you're not attracted to them, because you're pretty much not going to do anything for anybody's life, but most likely be a headache is probably what you're going to do. A person like you, every guy should run from. And listen, thank you for not wanting to, you know, at first I was trying to marry you, boo, but now I don't think I want to do that anymore.
Do you feel like it's just the kind of guys that you met like at the strip club? Because maybe it's just like a certain type of man who goes to a strip club who has a lot of ego and was trying to approach you, or is it even outside of that situation?
I think it's outside of that situation too. So like there are like black guys that I've obviously, you know, been around or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I respect you or whatever, but like I feel like you still have too much ego. Like, oh, you want, like, okay, for example, when I'm filming with girls, like their boyfriend wants me to fuck them for content. Right. But it's like they just want to fuck me, right? And the girl's not realizing like, oh, he just wants to fuck her. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like,
I mean, you are thick, so should they have Bible study with you? I mean, what should they do? I mean, you're not like a choir stand type of chick, are you? When they can pray or we can lay hands on you.
It's like a power trip. Like, oh, I fucked her, I fucked her, I fucked her, I fucked her. Versus like, yeah, I want to film with your girl, but I've been told before, like, hey, I'm not filming with, like, that's like, I'm trying to film with you, and he's like, oh, you can't film with her unless I film too.
Sounds very Myron Gaines. Like, I get it though.
I don't throw myself in the mix like that. If there's a girl who wants to shoot with her and doesn't want to shoot with me, go right ahead.
So what I'm saying is, like, I've been told, like, women have told me, like, oh, I won't shoot with you unless you shoot with my man. And like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm also a small creator, I can like admit, but that's what I'm saying is like a black man, like I don't want to sound racist, but like they typically like have that thing of that power over their woman to where it's like, you know, like she probably would be cool with filming with me, but he's like, oh, da-da-da-da, like in her ear, like.
So you want a white guy that you can manipulate so you can do whatever you want and booty clap it up and get all of his resources, but a black man is not going to let you do that. That's pretty much what it is, right? No, we're not going to let you run over us because we don't play that. That's not how Negroes get down. Like, especially those from the West Coast like me. We're just not having it. I don't know about you other brothers out there, you know, where y'all from. But, you know, on the West Coast, we're not going for that shit.
Don't film with her.
Wait, so is there any additional trauma that needs to be discussed, or are we just talking about you being younger and feeling like you were ostracized by the black dudes in your community?
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. And then as, you know, I've experienced like doing content parties as well. It's like, that's kind of like how they are. They're like more dominant over their women, you know? And I think it's like an ego thing. Okay,
but so now you're in the game, just to fast forward, there's a lot of incentives for you to work with black dudes because they're some of the biggest creators in the space. Are you still avoiding it? Do you want to like never have a black dude on your rap sheet?
I don't want to say like I'm avoiding it, but I just don't see the benefit like for me to do it. But you're saying like money, but like I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm not going to fuck a black guy for content. You know what I mean? Because in my soul right now, I'm 27. I don't know. Like, I think, you know, deep childhood trauma or whatever just prevents me from doing it.
So you don't want to screw a black dude for money. Got it. Oh, listen to this.
But you already don't film with guys, right? On your OnlyFans? It's just girls?
Yeah, but I've like filmed with guys that I've like been with.
Okay.
So like there's like a personal relationship. I've never like filmed with other creators.
So I'm going to be the first dude that you've slept with on camera that you haven't been like seeing.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so honored. This is incredible.
But you're gonna let Adam22 clap cheeks, who is the biggest culture vulture ever. Hey, thanks, Adam. Thanks for taking this off our hands, man. We appreciate you for this one, for sure.
This is incredible. It's like taking your virginity, but like a different, like adult industry virginity.
Yeah.
Wow.
So make it good.
But it's just like a respect thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this is a respectable, like you're respectable, you know? It's not like, oh, let's just for content. It's like beneficial for the both of us, I feel like. So it's like, and
I mean, it must be hard.
I do like, you know, white guys, so it's like, okay, like, you know, it's not like me filming with a black guy just for content. Like,
when
I feel
you're
like
not really
selling your soul
into that person or sexually attracted.
So basically, we can sell our cheeks to Zaddy, but not for. It's okay though. It's okay. He's gonna clap your cheeks up and send you back out there in the streets. So you don't mind doing a 3- this is YouTube, right? S-U-M for white Zaddy. You don't mind doing that at all. But it's okay, guys. We want to thank her for not wanting us because, again, she was kind of weaving and sounding a little bit too hard anyway. But yeah, we won't take her to Clap State, guys. Subscribe, hit the bell. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Another episode of Fair Use. We out.